I'm Joe Lever. I'm 31 years old.
As a general rule, we get good people stepping forward here.
That was a good debate, but clearly they feel they're adding some necessary.
I'm married. My wife's name is Casey.
Olsen's a very athletic quarterback. Sometimes he likes to go in between the tackles.
Texas as the Sooners found a way to win a game despite.
I run a YMCA branch, so I oversee coordinators and directors, and I manage the day-to-day operations of a YMCA, from the pool to the gym, fitness center. And I officiate on the weekends. I began refereeing in 2009, so I've been doing it for about 5 or 6 years now. Trained to be a referee for over a year. You go to different seminars, classes, a couple different tests, and a couple different meetings. And throughout that year, you learn to kind of get the ins and outs of the game. And then you start working your way up through the lower ranks and really on before you can get to the varsity stage. I referee because I like it. I really enjoy being a part of the game I love and giving back and, being the best possible official out there on the field. The rule book is about 300 pages, if I do remember correctly. Yeah, you study most of it. You study as much as you possibly can. Crews I work with, there's, every time you go out on that field, you're with a group of 4 or 5 guys, and, it's awesome. You really get a sense of when you're working with people who are really into the game, and you really get a good crew. It's great to be out there on the field, and as a ref, you're working with 4 or 5 other guys, and it's almost like you're the third team out on the field, so it's a different feel. To really anything I've ever done as in my own professional career. So it's a great little way to kind of give back to the game I love and also continue to be a part of it. I enjoy Saturday afternoons and Sundays during the fall and going out there and running up and down the field with the kids, and it really is a fun experience. I've made some bad calls in the day, and definitely some questionable calls, and some things that fans and coaches get pretty upset about. But it comes with the territory. We are human. We do make mistakes. It's a pretty big rule book, so understanding all the ins and outs of all the pieces can be a little bit challenging. And as a new official, it definitely takes a little bit of time to kind of understand the nuances of some of the different rules. So. It really depends on, how you can rebound and make sure that your calls don't affect that game. I enjoy the night games the most. Really, Friday night lights, like everybody says, you're under the big stage. You're probably the only thing going on in a lot of towns, and the turnout is always pretty great around here. And it really is something fun to go out there and be under the lights and be a part of something. That's a little bit bigger than you're normally a part of during day games. So I took the college exam this year, and I'm going to be moving into the college ranks. It is a different transition. There's a whole different set of rules based on the college game instead of the high school game. One of the other big things is the amount of guys you work with. So in high school there's 5 guys on the field. In college there can be 7 or 8 guys. And obviously the stakes are a little bit higher. There's a little bit more money being paid towards the referees, so expect a little bit more out of you. You always hear stuff from the coaches, the crowd, and the fans. It's about making sure you don't take it all to heart. I think one of the big things is making sure that you can compartmentalize, you know, what a fan is saying, what a coach is saying, and maybe what a player is saying. So a coach might get upset over a call, and the player might come up to you after and say, hey, you know, I did what you called me on. And that's sort of the justification where, you know the coach is just maybe upset about his player, but he's going to take it out on you instead of taking it out on the player. So, and you kind of learn from that, and as you grow into the over the years, you kind of understand the nuances of coaches and what a coach might be trying to sort of do, you know, to sort of affect how you call a game, and how you got to kind of, you know, pretty much, you know, you can be professional with them, you can talk to them and different things like that, but you got to, you know, have your own sense of how the game is being played out there. Officiating is definitely worth it. It's definitely something I would encourage anybody to take part in it if they have a love for the game. I've officiated sports where I wasn't in love with the game and it was mostly for a paycheck, and that's definitely not something you want to get involved with. You really want to make sure you enjoy the game and that you understand the nuances of the game. So when you are an official, you can make those subtle calls that the impact of the game, when the impact of the game is on the line, that you're making sure that that call is correct. About 5 to 7% of the household income might come from officiating. You know, some of the guys we work with really, when they work in the fall, they put all that money towards Christmas presents. So it's really just a source of supplemental income, something, you know, for expendable income, which is nice.